Welcome back. Richard Southern joins us now. 13.4 million Canadians watched some or part of the Raptors game last night. And, of course,
that's a big number, by the way, in Canada.
That is huge.
Yeah.
This is obviously one of the biggest treats for sports fans in this country.
By the way, a lot of people watching right here on City, too. Shameless plug.
Of course.
Yes.
Speaking of biggest treats, you can't watch sports without a little bit of food, right?
This is really interesting. It seems the real winners last night, unfortunately, weren't the Raptors, but were food delivery apps, which are just catching on like crazy now, Mark. Skip the Dishes tells me that last night was the busiest night they've ever had. They saw a record demand leading up to the game last night, through the game, and then even through the post-game. Skip the Dishes says demand peaked during the halftime. So what were fans chowing down on, Mark? Pre-game, it was butter chicken. It's an interesting one. I would suspect that. During the game, ice cream. I guess everyone was in the mood for a dessert because the game was on maybe a bit later. I don't know.
I'm not sure about that.
And then post-game, cheeseburgers, maybe everyone trying to eat the pain away to some extent, Mark.
I have always said that nachos are my go-to during any sporting event, especially when I'm watching the Raptors games.
But does basketball have a food that's synonymous with the sport?
We were talking about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Each sport might have something different associated with it. That's something we can tackle for the next time, perhaps.
I'm good. I'm down with anything, as you know, Mark. I'll take anything.
Okay, well, perhaps we could get our hands on this before Game 6. Explain this to me, an automated burger-making system is now wowing diners in the Bay Area?
You know, we're seeing more and more automation in all industries, but really it's visible more than ever in the food service industry. What we're looking at here is a 14-foot burger machine that uses 350 sensors and 20 computers to do its work. Mark, it creates a burger in 5 minutes flat from scratch. Now, it doesn't use like a human, like a robot arm or anything like that. Instead, it's an all-inclusive burger-making device that accomplishes every part of the preparation from scratch. So it slices and toasts the brioche bun. It grinds the meat, sears it off, chops and doles out an array of toppings. The machine's creators, eager to downplay, the rise of the machines, they say, listen, it's doing a job that's not good anyways, leaning over a grill and cooking burgers. But they also pointed out that it makes the whole thing cheaper. They don't need as much prep room. They don't use as much electricity. So, it's only a matter of time before the McDonald's and the Burger Kings get in on this.
I was going to say, if we think back to when McDonald's and those other fast food chains were first created, it was all about the speed and getting things churned out. That doesn't look appetizing to me at all.
No, but it's going to be the same every time. It makes it in 5 minutes flat, and if there's a monetary incentive to do it, which there is, we're going to see more and more of that.
Perhaps, more so than burgers. There's likely some beer that goes along with each and every game that we are watching, but Miller Lite is now targeting fans in a different way.
Yeah, this is interesting, coming out of the E3 Electronics Expo, actually. Miller has announced a new device that can be a video game controller or a can of beer, depending on your mood, Mark. The brewer's calling it the Can-troller. It's a fully functional, fully functional 10-button gamepad, but also contains 12 ounces of beer.
Okay. Of course.
Yeah, so again, showing it off at E3, obviously a little bit of a gimmick here. Microsoft, though, we should mention, using its E3 announcement to announce that its new Xbox system is coming before Christmas. It will not contain any beer whatsoever.
That certainly makes more sense, but how do the electronics not mix with the suds?
You might be getting a bit of a shock here or there, Mark. I don't know about that one.
Perhaps. Well, I'm not a gamer myself. I could probably enjoy a couple of beers, but I don't know about going this route.
I'm with you on that one.
Okay, thanks, Richard.
Thanks, Mark.
Our second hour of City News starts right now.